Hi, I thought I'd want to address something with you today. If you are a person in need, and I know this is a very, very, very common problem, and I want you to also know that scripture has an answer for it. There's actually a little template for us that can be found in 2 Kings chapter 4, the first 7 verses of that chapter. And you may recall it is the story of a woman who is recently widowed with 2 young sons. And she realizes that her husband left them with a great deal of debt. And she's in fear now that his creditors are going to come and take her boys to act as slaves, to work as slaves in order to pay off this great debt. So the woman goes to the man of God. She goes to the right person at the right time, Ish Elohim, also known as Elisha, and she tells him her problem. And Elisha's response is, well, how exactly can I help you? And what do you have in your house, actually? What do you have right now in your house? And the woman's first response is, your servant has nothing at all. And then, as if a light comes on, she continues that sentence and says, except a small jar of olive oil. And Elisha's quick to say, well, then, go to your neighbors and borrow from them several empty jars, not just a few, he's sure to add in there. Now, I'm going to imagine as she goes to her neighbors, she is exercising a great deal of faith because, humanly speaking, he has told her to go get these empty jars and to fill those empty jars with the small bottle of olive oil that she has, one small bottle. Now, why should one smallish bottle of olive oil fill several empty bottles? It's an act of faith that she does what he says exactly as he tells her to do it. And she does it immediately. She goes, she asks her sons for their help. And when they come back with those empty jars, they shut the door behind them in the privacy of their own home. They fill those empty jars one by one. And as Elisha commanded the woman, she was to go and sell that olive oil, pay off her husband's debts, and live on what was left. Now, what's so intriguing to me here is that what she already has is the answer to her need. She has a great need, and Elisha directs her to use what she already has. Think of that in your life if you're experiencing need of any kind. What is it that you already have? What can you already put your hands right on? What are you already gifted in? What are you already doing, for that matter? And trust that God will multiply it in miraculous ways. The second thing, besides using what she already has, is to involve her community. She has to get those empty jars from somewhere, and she goes to her neighbors to do that. Who is it that's in your community? Who is your neighbor? Or who are your neighbors? Involve your community in what it is that God has you to do. The third thing is sell. He directs that widow to go to the marketplace and sell the olive oil to pay off the debts and then live on the rest. The fourth thing is to live. On what is left, she is able to live. So use what you already have, involve your community, sell, and live. God's great template for us when we are in need. 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 1 through 7. Check it out for yourself.